What if I told you that the most promising place for life in our entire solar system isn't Mars but a frozen moon half a billion miles away? And what if NASA knows the truth is far stranger and far more terrifying than they've ever admitted to the public? Look at this image. This isn't a marble. This isn't a computer graphic. This is Europa, a moon of Jupiter. And for decades, since the first Voyager probes flew past, scientists have looked at this cracked, icy surface and their hearts have raced with a single staggering possibility. Beneath this shell of ice, stretching down for dozens of miles, is a hidden ocean. Not a puddle, not a lake. A global liquid water ocean containing more than twice the volume of all the water on Earth. Let that sink in for a moment. In the absolute freezing blackness of space, trapped in the vicious gravitational grip of a gas giant, is a world with a heart of liquid water. The implications are so profound, so earth-shattering, that they challenge our very place in the universe. But here's where the official story starts to get thin. NASA talks about potential for life. They discuss habitable zones, but they carefully avoid the terrifying, the breathtaking, the revolutionary question that this discovery forces us to ask. Are we not alone? And what if we're not the masters of this cosmic neighborhood we think we are? The evidence is overwhelming. The surface of Europa is a chaotic jigsaw puzzle of ice blocks, hinting at a churning, dynamic ocean below. There are giant plumes of water vapor erupting hundreds of miles into space from cracks in the ice geysers screaming the moon's secret into the void. The Galileo spacecraft detected a profoundly weak magnetic field around Europa, a magnetic field that can only be explained by a global, salty, electrically conductive ocean sloshing beneath the ice. This isn't speculation anymore. It's a scientific fact. But NASA, for all its public enthusiasm, is strangely cautious. Why? What are they so afraid we'll find? So the ocean is real. But the water itself holds a dark secret, a chemical truth that transforms this moon from a scientific curiosity into a potential cosmic nightmare. That ocean isn't just filled with water. It's a toxic, salty brew. And the chemicals churning within it are the very same ones that fueled the hellish vents where life first began on our own planet. A hostile environment. Forget a serene, deep blue sea. Europa's ocean is in perpetual darkness, crushed under immense pressure, and likely in contact with a rocky, volcanic seafloor. It's a world of hydrothermal vents, like black smokers, spewing superheated, mineral-rich water into the abyss. The building blocks are there, and here is the terrifyingly beautiful part. These vents are crucibles of chemistry. They are rich in hydrogen, methane, sulfides, and other complex organic molecules. These are the literal building blocks of life. On Earth, life didn't start in a sunny pond. It began in exactly this kind of hellish, chemical-rich environment. The Fermi paradox twist. This is the part that should send a shiver down your spine. If the recipe for life is so common water, energy, and organic chemistry, and it can start in the most extreme places, then the galaxy should be teeming with life. So where is everybody? The silence is deafening. Unless the life that evolves in such isolated, dark, and energy-poor places isn't the kind that builds radios and spaceships. What if it's something else? NASA's calculated language. Notice how NASA always says potential for microbial life. They prepare us for bacteria. For simple cells, it's safe. It's manageable. It doesn't shatter our worldview. But what if they're preparing for something they don't understand? What if in that endless dark ocean, evolution has had a billion-year head start to cook up something our minds can't even comprehend? The ingredients for a living nightmare are all there, brewing in the dark. But to truly understand what NASA is so afraid of, you need to see the machine they're building to look for it. Finding proof of life beyond Earth would be the most profound moment in human history. So why would anyone want to hide it? The answer lies not in the science, but in the sheer world-shattering panic it would unleash. The billion-dollar bet while they tell the public they're looking for microbes. NASA is quietly building one of the most ambitious and complex spacecraft in history, the Europa Clipper. This isn't a simple orbiter. It's a technological marvel, a billion-dollar bet placed on a single, terrifying hunch that life is there. It's armed with a suite of instruments so powerful. They can analyze the composition of those water plumes from orbit, taste the ocean's chemistry, and peer through the ice with radar to map the hidden sea below. The societal collapse theory. Imagine the moment the NASA administrator stands at a podium and says, "We are not alone." What happens next? Every single system we rely on, religion, economics, government, science, is instantly and permanently broken. Is it a god? Is it a threat? Is it a resource? The uncertainty would trigger a global panic that would make every war and crash in history look like a minor disagreement. The slow disclosure protocol. This is the most logical explanation for the cautious language. There is a well-founded belief in the upper echelons of science and government that humanity cannot handle the truth all at once. So they are preparing us. Potential for life becomes signs of chemistry, which becomes evidence of biological processes over decades. It's a controlled, slow drip of information designed to prevent a global nervous breakdown. The ultimate fear. But what if the slow disclosure isn't just about panic? What if the data from the Clipper or a future lander sends back a signal that is so unequivocal, so alien, and so intelligent that the very people in charge realize we are utterly out of our depth? That we have been peering into a cage and something has been peering back? The greatest fear isn't that the ocean is empty, it's that it's not, and we are completely unprepared for what is looking back at us from the darkness. The final truth. The truth NASA doesn't want you to know isn't that the ocean exists. They've told us that. The truth they are desperately trying to manage is the dawning realization that we are not the pinnacle of creation. We are just one experiment in a cosmic laboratory. And on a moon 500 million miles away, another experiment has been running in the dark for a very, very long time. And soon we are going to open the door. The ice is cracking. The plumes are screaming their secrets into space. And a billion-dollar machine is on its way to listen. The question is no longer if we will discover life, but when. And when we do, will we be ready for the truth staring back at us from the abyss?